Hey there, comic book fans. Well, in the mail today came another package from Tom, Sarge TD, as he's known on YouTube, who is getting rid of some of the battered old comics that he was got upgrades for. And I like battered old comics, especially ones I haven't seen before. So he sent them along to me. We'll show you them and look through one of them. This is Fantastic Four 151. I have never seen this one before. I had a bunch of Fantastic Four in my youth around this, but I don't think I ever had 151. You've never seen anyone as dangerous as Machismo. Machismo. Neither has Ben Grimm, Rich Buckler cover. They can't all be winners. Sometimes you name something Machismo. Here's a coverless Avengers. What issue is this? It's 1973, number one. Coverless Avengers 113. I'll have to show you. I've been. Here is something I did last year. These are my Monsters on Comics, where I used. These are just like that coverless Avengers, old battered comic books that I tore the pages out of and drew on. And this is a black marker and a white Conti crayon or a white pastel. As you can see, Warrior. I can't remember. I used it. There was an issue of Dazzler and an old issue of Man Thing. I think I used for these. That I just got from my comic shop was throwing away because you can't sell comics in such horrible condition. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to transform them into something else. I'm going to use them as drawing paper. And I think the faces work on them because they're big, and you need something big to cover up that whole comic book page. And the white's a little transparent so you can see through it. The black is pretty dense, but I think I'm going to do that for maybe this one. I can use these pages to draw on some Avengers. Let's see, what else do we have here? Avengers 168. This is a good. I've one probably maybe in a little bit better condition than this one. Avengers 1. This is one of the early Perez ones, and this is where I think 161 is where I first started buying Avengers off the stands. I had some issues before that I gathered, but I started buying it myself off the stands with 161. So this one I have fond memories of. Thor 226. This is another one I've never seen before. I need your help, Thunder God. Without it, I fall. And the earth with me. Galactus in his Galactus shorts. This is not the greatest Galactus uniform. At least I always laughed at that giant G he had on his belt, too. That was always kind of fun. So yeah, this one, I haven't seen that one before either. Then we've got Avengers 39. I actually remember this one. I had the Marvel Triple Action reprint of this as a kid. Don Heck cover. I think Don Heck did the insides on this, so GPAP should like that. He's a big Don Heck booster. And a note came with this one, too, that's interesting, where Tom said, the Avengers in the Bell Bag I probably got in 1972. The company used to send some crap books out. I did not care that much back then, just wanted to read them. And that reminded me of, because if you were buying, I only did this a little in the late 70s, but I remember this from, if you were buying, especially in the early 70s, if you were buying comics mail order or something, there was no choice of condition. They would just send you whatever comic they had lying around. So if he probably ordered, Avengers number 39 from wherever he ordered them from, and I imagine if you were a dealer in 1972 and you were doing mail order and shows or whatever, you'd send the crappier copies mail order even, because if you had two copies lying around and someone put in an order for one mail order, and you had a nice shiny new one that you probably knew would sell better at the show than the crappy one, you'd give the mail order customer the crappy one. I have to imagine that's how it worked. But yeah, in those days, if you were buying Avengers 39 mail order, they just sent you whatever Avengers 39 they had. Here's the one I want to look through. I've never seen it before. Strange Tales. Enter the Watcher. Strange Tales 134. Of course Doctor Strange is in this issue too, but we couldn't find any place to put him on the cover. Let's open this one up and give it a look, because I think that'll be fun. Let's see what we got. I may have seen these ones in reprints. I don't even know. Let's open her up. Men, join my $100 a week club. All right, you can sell shoes. You can sell shoes after reading your comic book. Stan Lee on the script, Bob Powell on the art, Wally Wood or Wallace Wood on the inking. He never called himself Wally. He was known as Woody, is how you'd call him if you were a friend of his, but he never actually went by Wally. Oh, pretty neat. Oh, we got Kang the Conqueror. Who is this guy? I like this panel down here. The peering into the book panel. That one's very good. Even without turning, I can feel the sudden danger behind me. Oh, Merlin. Kang the Conqueror's going after Merlin, but Merlin's not having it. He's casting spells. Oh, but Kang takes out Merlin. I had no idea Kang took on Merlin the magician back in time. Look at this, we get knights and horses. Oh, let's check out what else was out at that time. We get Fantastic Four number 40. Wow. Giant Size Hulk. Tales to Astonish. Amazing Spider-Man 26. Oh wow, Ditko is still on Spider-Man at this time. The Crime Master. So we're looking at Ditko Spider-Man era comics. That was a long time ago. U.S. government surplus. Can I get that Jeep? 1965 Big League. Oh, is this Stratomatic Baseball? Yeah, Stratomatic Baseball. I knew some people who played Century Coupe. I knew some people who in the early 80s were playing Stratomatic Baseball. But this was kind of the precursor to all sports fantasy and video game stuff. What is up with this? Look at that crazy knight on stilts creation that Kang got. He's making machine guns. He's using that medieval technology and upping it with his Kang game. We get the Thing and the Human Torch in there. And there's the Watcher not interfering, yeah sure, as he goes back in time with them. Look at those. How is the Thing ever going to take on that super tall knight with, what is that, 1, 2, 5 shields? Oh, no. This knight is even, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shields. Who dares oppose the 8-shielded knight on stilts? Human Torch has got to go free Merlin. Flame on! Man, that Thing's drawn a little like a strange alligator in this one. It's before the Thing was really standardized. Though people draw him all a lot differently today. He was pretty standardized for a good couple of decades. Human Torch, you get in this catapult, because you can't fly over there or anything. We'll just trebuchet you over there, whichever one it was. Look at that, nice little adventure. With the Thing and the Torch in our split book, who's next? Face front and... Oh, this is the Merry Marvel Marching Society. Ooh, you could get your name printed in the comic if you joined the Merry Marvel Marching Society. Look at there. Lucky Eric Riding of New York, New York, and David Prestone of Little Neck, New York. Hypnocoin. If that really works, that'll cause nothing but trouble, I bet. Some Steve Ditko. Ooh. Written by Marvel's own living legend Stan Lee. Illustrated by Marvel's own unsung genius Steve Ditko. Lettered by Marvel's own beaming pixie Artie Simek. Wow, this is some great Ditko. Look at that city shot. Whew. I don't know if I've seen this issue before. I've read... think I've read most of the Ditko Doctor Strange in reprints, because I had like the Doctor Strange Fireside book from the 70s, but I don't think that wasn't complete. So I don't know if I've seen this one before or not. That is a great page right there. The way he mixes everything up, the figure work. Some 9-panel grid. Live seahorses. Who's ordering live seahorses out of a comic book? Somebody, obviously. Does a great job with his astral. Oh, I remember these assassins coming after him on the plane and stuff. I don't know if that was this issue or another issue. Let's see. He's battling them all in the astral plane. Just look at this. The beauty of the composition and drawing in these 2 panels right here, is amazing. And that panel right there, especially, I mean, this one over here is, wow, Ditko is so good. It's tough to get that kind of work today. The Mindless Ones. I love these Baron Mordo faces. That one right there. That's a great face right there, that Baron Mordo face. Clea with her weird haircut. Nice. Was this the one where he ended up on the plane? Have I read this? Yeah, he's getting in a plane there. So I have read this one. This one might be reprinted in that book. I vaguely remember him, but I don't remember all the rest of this stuff. Maybe that was another issue. Look at that. It's again white, stark white and red and yellow with the figures and the ghostly astral plane. What great stuff. Wow. This is some peak Ditko art. The Dread Dormammu in that triangle and the chair, and take a look at this moody city scene. Wow, that is just good stuff. That is really impressive. I mean, the first story was fun, but this story is just, I mean, Ditko is just a master. I love his Doctor Strange, his early Spider-Man, his Creeper. I like a lot of his 70s stuff, too. I finally read, what was it? Shade the Changing Man. I read only for the first time, like, last year, and it was really good. The 70s Ditko Shade, that is. Marvel Checklist, FF40, Spider-Man 26, Avengers 17, X-Men 11. Wow, X-Men was only on issue 11? Daredevil was only on 8. Early Marvel Comics. Little map. Oh, get your giant 6-foot-tall Frankenstein or your complete fishing outfit. Well, there you go. There was a nice look at Strange Tales number 11. Let's backtrack through some of the other stuff. Avengers 39, Don Heck artwork. Don't know who was drawn 226 of Thor. Let's just glance at Thor 226 and see who was drawing it. Why not? It's here. Is this the John Buscema era? Yeah, that looks like a John Buscema Thor. Oh yeah, John Buscema and Mike Esposito. Jerry Conway on the writing, 1974. That's some George Perez. And I think that was it. Oh no, we got these ones over. That's some George Perez, some Bob Brown coverless. This is Rich Buckler. Is this one? He's on the cover. Yeah, Rich Buckler and Joe Sinnott. And there are my Monsters on Comics. We're going to have to turn some of these into some of the coverless battered ones into Monsters on Comics. You guys all have a good week out there.